Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm here with something a little bit more different. I thought I'd give it a try and maybe make a series out of it. I'm here with some strat analysis, which will break down some positive strats that work, but also break down some negative things that didn't work, and then explain why they actually didn't work and what they should have done different. And today I'll start it off with one of the Lausanne Sport Esports versus Server Geneva Esports maps from the pre-fire finals 2 weeks ago, or last week it actually was, and with one of the plays that tilted me the most to watch. So let's jump right in, and we're gonna start it off right here. I'll just roll through the clip without really telling what was the mistake, but you're gonna see it probably pretty easy. We have 3 ults coming up here for Lausanne, and we see a really good positioning here, and what you're gonna see now soonish is Celeborn using his shatter, gets blocked by Health, had a really bad angle, and then the follow-up from Kiba comes with one really great block there by Health, and then suddenly Torix pops his Transcendence, his team half-heartedly goes in, they get Graviton Surge in return, the pulse bomb hits, and the cleanup duty is here from Server Geneva Esports. So, now, let's go back and break down what happened exactly and what should not have happened. And to start that off, I gotta fast forward a bit again, because yes, I actually want to touch on this right here. So at this corner, or this moment of time, what we can see is we have 3 ultimates coming up for Lausanne Sport Esports, whilst Server Geneva Esports has 1 and the second one coming up. So there is a really big favor for Lausanne Sport Esports here, because they cannot just Graviton Surge easily, because it's way too scary to Graviton Surge when the D.Va is there, especially when the enemy D.Va is Kiba. So at this point, Server really needs to be a bit patient and see if they see an opening, maybe DMAC D.Va or something like this, but for that they really have to wait for the moment. Now I'm gonna go forward a bit again until we see that lovely top-down view that we saw before. So there's just some poking back and forth, poking a bit shield, and Kiba finally gets his ultimate. Now here, this is the perfect view. Sadly I have to play bot in the middle, but we'll go with that for now. So yet again, as you can see, we have 3 ultimates up from the side of Lausanne Sport Esports. And as we remember, what they did was shatter into Kiba's ultimate, the D.Va Bomb, into the upcoming Transcendence, and then they got pretty much Graviton Pulse Bomb cleaned up, right? So, what was wrong about this? Well, number one is Celeborn here had a really bad angle. When he shatters, he's like standing here, like half of his shatter is hitting this angle. Like, imagine this, like this is the angle that he has. So half of his shatter, nearly here, is already dead. And it gives Health, who is here, a really easy position to block the shatter. That was the first mistake, if you even consider the shatter play. But the second mistake generally was that they did a really wrong order of play, because if you have this kind of setup, what you need to do is use your D.Va Bomb first and then shatter. And they also had a really good position here, because if they push a little bit more forward, there is one straight line, and Health is so much forward that he cannot go easily in here without being punished, or in here, because if he does, then his team is all open. So what you want to do now as Lausanne Sport Esports is push forward with your Rhine to approximately this position. Then you have Kiba, who is shooting or lobbing his D.Va Bomb around here, which forces Health on the Reinhardt. We're gonna make him blue. He will have to face this direction, or go this way, or go this way. And this allows then, in hindsight afterwards, Celeborn, obviously, who will be rather in that position, he has so many possibilities. He can either collapse on Health, who's here, or he has the whole area here to shatter, and it's enough if he shatters 1 or 2 people, because there's no mercy, there's no Sen ult yet. And even if he gets Sen, he can just pin him straight up. The only downside to this thing is that if Server Geneva Esports is really ballsy and has like the pitch perfect moment, they could counter engage with the Graph and push forward, but I doubt that this is a good possibility since they have no Lucio and their backline is way far back. Now this would have been the play for Lausanne in that case, but since they didn't choose to go this order, what happened was they cross out these two ults and then afterwards cross out this ult as well. And I think, or I believe, that if we roll out the clip again, that the Zenyatta ult that we've seen was a pure miscommunication. Simply because, and there you saw again the angle from the shadow, really bad. But props to Health on his positioning here. You can see him, really good shield, everyone got good movement. And now you see, like, the ult got popped, but half of his team, if we can like show you that, was going this way, and some were going this way. And then suddenly after 2 seconds everyone was like, okay, let's go this way. But then it was already too late, because the Graph was there. They used most of their D.Va Matrix afterwards, after that engage. It was an easy Graviton search for AZ, as you can see now. The Matrix is going down, Graviton is coming up, the Pulse Bomb is picking up a kill together with the charge from Health, and it's just an easy cleanup from their side. And they had only to invest one ult plus the Pulse Bomb, which is farmed pretty easily, as well as the Moira ult, but they have really two key component ults still up, whilst Lausanne Sport Esports is even forced to swap their composition because the pushing is not much further anymore. So yeah, I hope you like this kind of breakdown. I'm gonna do a second one just in a minute. Give me some feedback on what you think, and yeah, thank you for joining in.